you're reading CPA questions in the wrong order. Writers put the actual question as the last sentence, typically, after 200 words of filler that you don't even know what to do with yet. So you read the whole story, forget half of it, you get to the question finally, see the answer options, but you've already forgotten the story that you read, so you have to read it again. Twice the time it takes, you only get once credit. So read it in this order instead. Last sentence first, look for the question. Then read the answer options, and then read the rest of the question. So I'm going to do 3 questions now. Watch how much of the stem I never even read at all. First question, go to the last sentence. Based solely on the procedures described, which audit assertion about accounts receivable is most likely still lacking sufficient appropriate audit evidence? Okay, so and then they give us some assertions: existence, valuation, rights, completeness. That doesn't really matter. What they're asking for is the auditor did a bunch of procedures. One of them they still lack evidence for. So one of them they didn't do. So go back and look for the procedures that they did perform. Perform these procedures. Sent positive confirmations and negative confirmations. Okay, so send some confirmations. Existence, that one's done. Cross off A. 2 positive confirmations again. The auditor examined shipping documents. That's existence still. We've already crossed it off. Move on. Number 3, the auditor reperformed invoice calculations. Okay, so when you're reperforming calculations, you're doing evaluation. Cross off B. They're good there. Number 4, the auditor obtained bank confirmations and inspected loan agreements. Okay, so they're when you ask a bank, does my client own the rights to this bank? You're doing a rights and obligations test. Cross off C. The only one left is D. But let's see if there's more in this that tells us the answer is definitely D. The last procedure here, number 5, the auditor did not perform sales cutoff testing. Okay, so they're telling us right away they didn't perform a sales cutoff testing, which is a completeness check. So D is confirmed. That's definitely the answer. That's right. Next question. Read the last sentence first. What amount should Harlan report as inventory at year end? 2.4 million, 2.5 million, 2.5 million. Okay, so the answer options are all somewhere between 2.4 and 2.6-ish million. So I'm guessing they're giving us a list of inventory items that should either be excluded or included or added back if they weren't excluded already. Anyway, get the number first and then do some calculations from there. So read the rest of the question. We're looking for the inventory. Okay, so the inventory count was 2.4 million. Let's pull up our calculator here. 2.4 million, that's where we start. And then we've got a list. Goods held on consignment. That means they're held for someone else. They are included in count, so we need to exclude them. Do a minus 120 for the first one. Number 2, goods sold FOB destination excluded because they were in transit at year end. In transit still means it's hours until delivery, so add that one back. It's been excluded. We need to include it. Number 3, goods held FOB shipping points. They were in transit at year end. The customer received them after the year end. So they are the customers at shipping point. Yeah, so don't include them. They were excluded, so skip that one. No need to do anything with that. They were properly recorded. The next one, goods shipped by Harlan to consignee, our consignee, ours until the consignee sells. Yeah, they were excluded, so it hasn't happened yet. We need to add them back. 5th one, goods purchased FOB shipping point. They're in transit. Hours when they're at their dock. Yes, they've been excluded. They need to be included. And the last one, goods purchased by Harlan, FOB destination. That means they're not ours until arrival. So skip that one. The rest is your answer. Add them up. 2506, is that an option? It is D. And that's right. Next question. Another beast. Okay. Read the last sentence first. Assuming no insurance reimbursement and no other medical expenses, assuming the medical expense floor for year one is 7.5% of AGI. What is Page's allowable Schedule A deduction for medical expenses? Okay, 6,400, 4,800. Okay, whatever. So they give us the floor, 7.5% of AGI. So find AGI. We're going to do some calculations here. 120%, 120,000, and 7.5% of that. So this time 7.5, 9,000. That's our floor. Okay, so a little trick here is go to the answer options, write each of them down, and add the floor to it. That's going to save you some time. When you go to add up each of the expenses, you're looking for this amount here, 15,400, 13,800, 14,000, 12,600. And then I'm guessing, going to need to go through each expense item and determine whether it's allowable Schedule A deduction or not. So let's go through here. Let's just type them all in. 4,500, 5,000, 3,600, 1,200, 900, 2,800, and that sum is 18,000, but we're looking for these numbers right here, right? The 15,400, the 13,800, the 14,000, the 12,600. We're gonna have to take some of these don't qualify. Let's find out which. First one, her own LASIK surgery. That's not deductible. I mean, that is deductible. Vision correction. It's medical, not cosmetic. So keep 4,500 in. That's good. Qualified nursing for her mother with an asterisk. Page provided over 1/2 support of the mother. Mother support. Mother would have been qualified relative except for gross income. Okay, so that qualifies. That one's good. Leave it in there. Third one, stair lift installation for dependent son with muscular dystrophy with 2 asterisks here. Let's find that rule. Increase the home's fair market value by 1,400. Okay, so it's the cost was 3,600, but you got 1,400. So you actually take that away from the 3,600. This one's not 3,600. That's a trap. It's 3,600 minus 1,400 or 2,200. Another trick here is in one of the TEL index rules is the gap. So that 1,400 is a number meant to trick you. So go look for answer options that are 1,400 less than another answer option because the exam writer wants you to have forgotten that rule. If an option has another option that's 1,400 more than it, then that answer option's good. If it doesn't, that one can probably be crossed off pretty safely. So 6,400, there's nothing above that that's 1,400 more or 7,800. There's no option. Cross off A. B, 4,800. So is there an answer option that's 6,200 here? No, there's not. Cross off B. 5,000 for C. There is one that's 1,400. That's A. So C is a good candidate. And D, 3,600. There is one other option that's 1,400 above that. That's C. So C and D are left over. If I knew nothing else, if I didn't want to have any content knowledge, I could get this question down from a 1 out of 4 to a coin flip 1 out of 2 just by knowing that little trick about gaps. So A and B are crossed off. We're only left with C and D, but let's keep going. So the 2,200 is the answer, or is the number for the third one, the stair lift installation. The next one, the health club membership of 1,200. Now, general health, unless it's prescribed for a disease, and this one specifically says it's not, then it cannot be included. So get rid of 12. Transportation primarily for and essential to the daughter's medical treatment. That's allowable. Keep that one in. And the last one, 2,800 for elective cosmetic surgery. Elective. That's not related to abnormality, accident, trauma, or disease. It's kind of giving you a hint here with the word elective and that it's not related to things it should be related to. That leaves us with a total of 12,600 for what can be qualified, and that is right here for D, which is 9,000 above answer D option of 3,600. So the answer is D, and that one is still alive after we eliminated it using the gap technique. We eliminated A and B. So the answer is 3,600. Check it. Yes, that's right. So a good outcome on the quiz. We got 3 out of 3. All of them happen to be D, but that's just a coincidence. If you're finding yourself hesitant to select that third answer, D, because it's 3 Ds in a row, that says more about you. That can happen. It's just randomness. So the order, the rule here, every time in order, read the last sentence first, find out what the actual question is, then read the option to give some flavor to what that question might, the rest of the question might be looking like. And then read the remainder. And mostly you're not reading it, you're kind of skimming because you already have an idea of what the question is asking for. And you're more on a hunt while you're skimming those 200 to 300 words. You're not going to read. I skipped maybe a third of the reading, and I didn't read anything twice. So I saved myself like 30 to 60 seconds on each question. If that extrapolate that to the whole exam, that's if it's 50 questions or 70 questions, that could save you an hour of time that you don't need, that you didn't use on multiple choice questions unnecessarily, that you can use where you do need it, which is going to be the Sims. So use that tell, use all 16 tells. You can find them at chatcpa.io/tells. And you can get your free 20 question sample there as well. Go drill some multiple choice questions.